he would be the winner.
And the top 5 at this point under a red flag at the end of 138 laps. Spencer is the leader. Ricky Rudd is second. Rick Wilson third. Morgan Shepherd is running fourth, and Harry Gant is fifth. Here's Jerry Punch.
Well, I'm with Jimmy Spencer, and no, he's not doing a rain dance, but you couldn't blame him if he really tried to, because Jimmy Spencer at the top of the field here. And Jimmy, you guys came in and took a calculated risk, I guess. You came in, did not take tires on, just put fuel in the car.
Well, you know, Jerry, the Banquet Frozen Foods car just wasn't up to par today. We were about a 10th or 12th place car, and Travis Carter saw some rain clouds over there over the tunnel turn, and he thought that if we could get in there, get fuel, only get up in the front, maybe it rained. Maybe it won't. Right now it seemed to quit. I don't know what's going to happen exactly.
Now, you're from this area. You grew up in Berwick, just a stone's throw away from here. What's your prediction? I mean, you're probably the best weatherman here in the field. Do you think that we might see some more showers, or do you think we're going to get some more green flag racing? Not what you want to see, but what do you think will happen?
It's going to quit because this track, when you run an annual race of champions here at Pocono with the modified cars, you'll get weather like this and it'll linger all day long, you know, and it'll never rain. And it's really high in the Pocono Mountains up here, and it's deceiving because you're so high. I hope I'm wrong.
You have got to be waking up in the morning pinching yourself to wonder if this is actually happening to you. Coming from up here, the dream was to be a Winston Cup driver. Tremendous race at Bristol, Tennessee. Also on ESPN at North Wilkesboro, where you nearly won it, where you came so close, and everyone said Jimmy Spencer was going to win it, but you didn't. Waltrip beat you. What'd you learn that day at Wilkesboro?
I'll tell you, I wish I had Wilkesboro over, but you can't wish for stuff, I guess, and it won't come true. I proved that to a lot of people in the grandstands and the television audience that our team was for real. Travis Carter and all the guys in the shop, the motor department, our chassis department, we could run in the front, and we proved it that day. I believe I let Darrell and Dale snooker me a little bit, a lot more experience than me. I don't believe that would happen again, but my crew come out of there with their heads hung high, and from then on we started a string of big success. And you know, we're off at some tracks, but every year, I mean every race this year, we've been consistently running in the top 15. We've had problems and finished further back than we wanted, but that's what it takes to build a caliber of a Winston Cup championship, and Travis knows how to do it, and I think that I'm the driver he needed. Banquet and Planners are the sponsors we need, and I think we can keep on going, and who knows where we'll end.
And it might just end today, because, folks, the clouds just opened up and it's beginning to rain big time down here. We'll let Jimmy Spencer go get into to some dry area, and we'll check in with John Kernan, who's also corralled another driver. John?
Well, this driver loves rain. In fact, Rick Wilson says he's an amateur meteorologist. What's your prediction right now?
Well, I can say right now it's a 100% chance of rain. I tell you, it's raining. We hadn't been running that good today. We've been running, just the middle of the pack, and we had to change motors yesterday, and the motor we got in today is not quite as good as what we had. But Harry called on the radio and said, "Hey, it looks like it's fixing to rain pretty bad. You want to take a gamble and just gas and go?" And I said, "Hey, that's the best thing I've heard all day." And we come in and done it. Right now we're third, so if it rains it out, that'll be the best finish we've had this year.
It'd be also quite a boost considering the changes that your team's going to undergo in the next week.
Yeah, we got quite a few changes going on. We got Kenny Wilson coming on board, and there's going to be some more changes. And we're just trying to get geared up to get up front and win races. That's what we've been trying to do, and just been some changes.
Well, I tell you what, I can get your opinion as an amateur meteorologist. You look back here, it looks like it's moving this way, doesn't it? Looks like we're going to have to get hit pretty good.
You can stand that way and it kind of blows your hairs. That's how I figure that.
Yeah, but what about the hairspray? I mean, it's getting a little bit wet up here, isn't it?
That's been gone, I tell you. But I know it's bad there's a lot of cars there that's capable of winning a race. I mean, there's 3 or 4 of us that's hoping for rain, and there's probably 15 that's wanting it to clear up. So we're outnumbered, but right now, I think the odds is on our side.
All right, that's a word from Rick Wilson. I'm told it wasn't his hairspray, it was my hairspray, Rick, so I apologize.
It don't work too good in this day.
And I tell you what, the Jackalope has put on the rain gear. He's enjoying a sandwich and a drink as he too gets out of the rain, and I think Jimmy Spencer should go to more meteorological school, because his prediction of it's going to quit is not the way it's working out right now. It continues to rain even harder here at Pocono. Okay, there's another animal.
That's a cute one on the right side.
Wait a second now.
Many years will again sponsor the Unical 76 Challenge Award, which challenges the push pole winner to also win the race.
Okay.
20 minutes?
Boy, it seems like another 2 hours.
Oh, I would think. Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking, though, I'm sure, at an hour and a half, aren't you? Or 2 hours to dry this track? Yeah.
I don't know if they have a jet up here or not. Haven't seen it out there.
Award, which is presented to the True Value Mechanic hardware sponsor. This program, which rewards drivers for running in the top 5 during the race, will award a total of $200,000 to the True Value.
We want to give the address for Benny, too.
Gatorade is an important coverage of NASCAR to get playing a very active role. Gatorade will award $2,500.
I don't remember which race.
All right, good.
I know that's true.
Race winner this season and will award $20,000 at the end of the year.
We found even another animal lurking the grounds of Pocono International Raceway as a Dale Earnhardt fan has dressed her teddy bear appropriately. We are under a rain delay here at the Champion Sparkplug 500. As you can see, it is raining quite hard now, and the track is very wet. Let's take a look at the entire field rundown. First 5, Jimmy Spencer, Ricky Rudd is second, then Rick Wilson, Morgan Shepherd, and Harry Gant running 5th.
And then 6th through 10th are Dale Earnhardt, Ernie Irvin, Bobby Hillen, Mark Martin, and Darrell Waltrip.
This is after 138 laps. Derry Cope is running 11th, and Sterling Marlin, who led a great portion of this race, Ken Schrader, Davey Allison, last week's winner, Jeff Bodine is 15th.
And in 16th, Terry Labonte, Michael Waltrip, Richard Petty, Dale Jarrett, and Lake Speed are 16th through 20th.
And in 21st position is Alan Kowicki, the last car, I believe, on the lead lap. Hut Strickland is running 22nd, Mickey Gibbs 23rd. In 24th is Joe Ruttman, and then Dave Marcus.
Well, Hut Strickland still is on the lead lap, Bob. He had dropped back, but he maintained staying on the lead lap. 26th through 30th are Chad Little, Rick Mast, Ted Musgrave, Jimmy Means, and Rusty Wallace.
Rusty, of course, already out of the race. Randy LaJoy 31st. Larry Pearson is out. So is Brett Bodine, J.D. McBuffy. Bobby Hamilton, the only victim of an accident here today as he hit the wall coming off of the second turn. And
boy, losing out in points today is Bill Elliott, who will wind up 36th regardless of whether this race is restarted or not. And James Hilton will wind up the field at 37th.
We've had lots of inquiries regarding how you might be able to send a message of condolence to Benny Parsons, and the best way that we would recommend you doing that is simply to send your cards and messages to Benny Parsons in care of ESPN, Bristol, Connecticut, the zip code 06010, and we will make sure that Benny receives any message that you might have for him. Again, if you have not been with us all afternoon, Benny, of course, stayed back in North Carolina this weekend because of the illness of his wife, and Connie did pass away shortly after 1 o'clock today.
Well, Bob, we see that the safety vehicles have been brought off the track now, and here's to look at the schedule for the balance of the year for ESPN.
Yeah, and let's see, we have 2 weeks off, and then we'll go back to action for the Pepsi 400 on July 6th. Now, that's a Saturday morning, and that race has always had its share of excitement. 2 years ago was one of the best races that I've ever worked. Last year, it was shaping up to be pretty good, but half the field was wiped out at the end of the first lap, and it kind of detracted from that. But nevertheless, we look forward to going back to Daytona on July 6th. Then the Miller 500 coming up right back here at Pocono on the 21st. And then, Ned, it's back to the road course at Watkins Glen.
And boy, everybody looks forward to that one. There's always a lot of good action at the Bud at the Glen. Then on August 18th, the Champion 400 at the Michigan International Speedway.
Then we move to the Budweiser 500, the Heinz Southern 500 in Darlington, the Goodies 500 at Martinsville, the Tyson Holly Farms 400 at North Wilkesboro, the Hardee's 500 closing out the season on the 17th of November in Atlanta.